Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm back with the last installment, it should be, for this unit, the Kenwood TR-7950. A little correction, it was 84 or 82 rather. They started coming out right around there under Kenwood and also their Trio brand. So I want to just power this up one last time with this battery and everything. We're expecting everything. Sure enough, we're there on simplex. Still got that scratchy volume knob. We don't have any issue with the lights here. But I wanted to throw this on before I got into it. Pulled this cover off and took a look inside here. But we're going to go ahead and just see what power we have. This actually has two settings here, a high and low. On the 7950, the high power is right about 45 watts. And on the 7950, they look identical. That one has 25 watts. So on low, they both have 5 watts. So let's go ahead and we'll just have it on low right now. We're into a dummy load, but we're using the 146520 simplex. Of course, on this, it's missing the first 2 digits. Just keep the size down on these radios. This was still, if you look at some of the other TR brands that they had the 2 meter around the same time, they were pretty antiquated as far as today's radios go, with the knobs and everything, that before even digital displays, which were starting to just come around about this time. So let's go ahead and key this thing up. We should have up here the wattage, and we have it on low. Okay, so we're right about 3 or so watts on low. Should be about 5, and there we go. And we got 42, about 43 watts on high. This is adjustable a little bit, so it could be just needs a little adjustment as far as the output power with the high and low setting. However, we do have a working radio, as was demonstrated with the communication with it real quick on the little bit of segment before. So we're going to go ahead and get into this now and take this radio apart, do a good cleaning, get this volume control straightened up, and get this knob fixed, and just give this a good once over. It's been in good shape. Just been beat around a little bit. I mean, for its age, it's been sitting in boxes and stuff, so a little bit of age on the outside here, but we'll go ahead and take care of it. So let's get into the inside of this unit.
Okay, 65 watts at the front of the neighborhood, or roundabout rather, in the neighborhood. Now we're medium power in the neighborhood. Low 2 in the neighborhood. And low 1 in the neighborhood.
Test 1 2 3 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. We're on low power. Low power. Testing 1 2 3. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Testing, testing. 1 2 3 4. 143 950. We're testing here with the Kenwood TR-7950. Testing 1 2 3 4.
Just a little bit of cleaning got to happen on this. And go. So I'm going to take this top piece off first. What we're looking for, my dad asked me to see if this has the TU-79 tone board in it, which gives you the CTCSS tone capability. This one offered 37 frequencies. So it was a module. It says here done with a 6-bit code matrix. So I think that means it's saved through the keypad, but this we're going to take off just these 4 top screws. Take a look inside. Alright. Doesn't look like the tone board is installed here, because if it was, it would be mounted here and here, with the wire going underneath here to J5, which would be the jack. It's actually quite interesting. Alright, so also just wanted to go over here. This was the beep level adjustment, also for the auto patch side, the tone adjustment. So this would allow you, when you were transmitting, when you were punching in on the on this front keypad here, that you would adjust this while you were transmitting, be able to adjust that transmit keypad tone out, just for your feedback. But interesting. That's really all I wanted to bring up here. So we're going to go ahead and put this back together. Actually, after I did a little bit of cleaning on this, I still see there must have been some spray paint on this radio from when I was a kid. I must have somehow spray painted that. I used to sit on top of the toolbox. That probably was spray painting something black, just like I would do, and yeah, I got a little on the radio, so apologize for that, Dad. Just thought that this was probably this and maybe the dishwasher. Maybe this and the dishwasher in my house when I was growing up were the 2 things I did not open or touch with curiosity. Everything else I pretty much opened. I could say that, but for whatever reason, I listened to my dad when he said, do not open this unit. This is mine. Do not touch it. So this was the very rare thing that I did not open. So it's a treat to be able to open this now for you. So let's see what's going on inside with this battery. Dun, 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 dun. How is this thing still the same battery? Alright, there it is. There is the battery. I just can't believe it. I got this battery here. That I was going to replace that with. No corrosion, no leakage. Nothing. It's spotless. Minus just a little bit of age right there on that for being shiny. A little bit of weather on that. Normal. So that's not a big issue. It has perfect contact. That's spot welded on. Hey, Kenwood, I can't believe this radio that we have here, and this battery. Whoever made this battery made one for each one of these radios, and maybe went out of business. But then again, I've not seen many TR-7950s that also didn't have either the display issue, light issue, and most definitely this battery, which is a 5-year lifespan. At the end of the video I had last, I'll put a link in the bottom of this one as well, that'll go through the link to the other video on when I power this up and just went through it. But there is, it's unbelievable. There's the resume here. That's the scan stop feature. So when you scan through the channels in your memory, that's the VR. It's actually labeled, it's VR1, but it's labeled resume right there. But there's the microprocessor reset button that we're supposed to press afterwards. You know, that was the hole on the bottom of the case that you know, we stick a screwdriver in or hit that. But let's pull out old trusty, okay? I mean, minus this, my goodness, battery. Let's pull out the old trusty battery tester here. Going back with our Macrota battery tester. I think that's how you say it. How do you say it? I don't read it, never. Let's see here. Just to see if it does anything for us. I mean, does this tell us much of anything? I don't know. I don't know if we'll even be able to tell. There. Can we see the needle at all on this? Let's see here. There we can see a little bit better on the battery tester. All right, there we go. That's a great view, Eric. Now if we have audio at the same time, you'll be in business. I'm not gonna let's see, we got a button cell. We know it's a 3-volt buttons. Well, it's the 3-volt button cell, is it not? Let's see if we can get this to do voltage check. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the battery that is in the unit. Just, I'll bring that up. That says good right there. That's not as photogenic, but it's up here in the good, man. Just to go over, you can see the needle swing. I'm gonna pull out the one I was gonna replace this with. I mean, do I? Okay, so that one's in the beginning of G, so it's over here in the beginning of G. And this one that I'm going to replace it with, I'll do the same polarity. That's in view. This one I soldered. Of course, this one is negative. I should have reversed them, but hey, let's see. Okay, so that's definitely swinging over a lot better. This one is at a G, at the beginning of the G. This one is at the beginning of the D. So, right there at the beginning of that D. God, this is terrible to see. Right at the beginning of that D is where that battery is that I'm going to replace it with, a new battery. This one is at the beginning of the G. So, at least in this, it is considered still a good battery. However, it's very close to being questionable and then replace. However, for 35 years, instead of 5, so 30 extra years, it's kind of moved wherever it was, just right there. Well, I did say this would probably be the last installment of this, but now I got to pose the question to my dad. Do we replace a very decently still charged battery, and do we let this radio end up in the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest backup battery for the Kenwood TR-7950 series. Don't know if there is such a thing, but there should be. If there's not, we may be able to make it be that. Be fun. Unbelievable. I don't know what how this thing is doing. So Dad, what do we do here? Do we replace it? Do we not? Still gonna get this knob all cleaned up, but if we end up replacing that battery, I'll go ahead and do a video on that too. But at least for right now, this is gonna be end of part 2. I'm gonna go ahead and post it, get his response, get your all's response as well on this radio. How in the world can a backup battery last 30 years longer than its 5-year lifespan expectancy is listed in the manual? I don't know. So we'll go ahead and get a conclusion to this video upcoming very soon.